We live. We live.
Yep.
Hello, everybody. What'd you say, Lindsay?
Nothing.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Ish We Talk. I am Lily. I am the host of this phenomenal show that we give y'all. I am with my co-host, the be all do all of this whole mechanism that's moving right now. Without her, we would not be able to do anything. She pushes the bells and the whistles. Everybody give a round of applause for Lindsay.
Hello, everyone.
Ooh.
Evening.
Breezy Bree, she is I told you she's the ghostess with the mostest. Uh she comes in, she comes out, but when she comes, she brings the facts. So even though she's not here, we're gonna rep Bree. But anyway, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. You can catch us on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts. Excuse me, I'm slurring up already. Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star review so we can continue to give you the ish that we talk. Man, how you doing, Lindsay? Everything all right? I got what? 2 minutes. I am done trying to hold my fucking tongue. What the fuck is popping, Lindsay?
Oh, nothing much. Nothing much over here. How's it going over there?
Oh man, I can't complain. I am looking forward to having a small little vacay for my job coming up in a minute. Other than that, I am easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. What's fuck popping with you?
Well, um, just here living a life. I'm not on no vacay. I done took a couple of vacays already and got a couple of coming up. So yeah, I need a staycation. So
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna end up because I got meetings and shit. I just don't have to go to the real job, but I got meetings and shit, so I'm gonna do a staycation.
yeah, yeah. Sometimes you need a vacation from the vacation.
Yeah, I might. I've been looking at little Airbnbs in the around the city just to, you know what I'm saying, just to be somewhere new, but still,
Hmm.
still be away from the house type of shit.
Yeah, yeah. That'd be a great idea. That would be a great idea. I need to do something like that for real. Cause this last vacation I was on, I came back hurt. Like I was sick, my body
Oh
was
yeah, you
aching.
sure would.
Yeah, like I did too much on that last one. So yeah, but it was fun. It was fun
You got
nonetheless.
just
But
your body. My dude, he went to Jamaica and he said that when he came back, he got real sick, but he his people had told him it's because uh the shit that we eat here, like when he was out in Jamaica, because he was there for like 2 weeks, he was like your body was detoxified from that shit, and then you came here and you went right back on that bullshit, and your body got sick because your body kicked that shit out.
well, I didn't get sick like that. I had a cold because I was sleeping
Mm,
up on the vent, the air vent.
yeah.
So I got a summer cold. On top of we was actually doing physical stuff. So yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a lot. Like I came back, my legs were swollen, my knees were like humongous, like it was a mess. So and and I just was doing too much. That's all. And
Okay.
then yeah, so and then on top of that, like I came back and I didn't have no time to just chill. I went like right back to work. So it wasn't until the weekend that I was able to just like chill. So I started to feel better on the weekend, but I came back like a Tuesday night, so like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I felt like crap.
Mm.
So yeah, Yeah, so that's why I was like, yeah, I definitely need a staycation. But usually I do that. Like, at least take a day off after I come back. I
Right.
just have this year because I've been gone so many times this year, and I still got trips coming up. So I've been like preserving my time. But yeah, this last one, yeah, yeah, because like we went to the rainforest, we was walking all around them. There were certain places that I didn't even go in the rainforest because I was like, yeah, this is too much. So yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, but it was fun nonetheless. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see you back on your feet, cuz good.
Yeah. Yes, I am. So, um, but yeah. So you ready to get into these topics?
Let's get into these topics.
All right. So, should we start light or dark?
You got what?
I said, should we start light or dark?
Oh man, let's start light. Let's get some light
Light.
shit in before we get to some dark shit.
Okay. So, some light shit. The Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club is losing a member, Angela Yee. She tweeted out a few days ago that the Breakfast Club, as we know it, will come to an end. So people weren't really looking into specifically how she worded it. They just saw Breakfast Club come to an end. So people was like jumping to conclusions, talking about, hey, the Breakfast Club is ending. There was some people that was okay with it, some people that wasn't okay with it. And then the next day is when they clarified what her tweet meant, which was
Yeah,
she's leaving the Breakfast Club. She's leaving because she has an opportunity to do her own show, um, which is awesome. You know, it's a a black woman in radio. That's a great opportunity to have your own show. You know, she's had her own show before. She was on satellite radio in the past before the Breakfast Club. So, and I want to say she was she on This Is 50? I can't remember, but I believe she was on satellite before. So, but yeah. So, far as we know, at least the way that they are presenting it is that she is that it's a amicable split. Everybody's getting along. They wished her all the best. So she didn't
yeah.
necessarily give a date as to when her last day will be, but yeah, she's leaving. Then also, after the official news on what exactly she meant by her tweet, then of course there was a lot of opinions online, um, and Charlemagne started tweeting. So they basically was saying that Charlemagne was the one that is the one that carries the show, and um, this one person tweeted out, "What's your favorite Charlemagne moment?" So a lot of people start putting in these moments that went viral, and a lot of the moments was when he was before he started really filtering himself. So what are your thoughts on it?
Uh, I think it's a good thing. Like you said, Angela Lee, she had the she has that podcast, so you know this ain't nothing new to her. And like you said, I didn't know what she did before the Breakfast Club, but she's got the chops to do it on her own. You know what I'm saying? She's been proving that. Wish her nothing but the best. At the same time, I'm like DJ Envy and Angela Yee because when I found out about it, I actually was tuned into the Breakfast Club when they had Idris Elba on there, and they were saying like it's crazy how they had to tweet some that cryptic for, you know what I'm saying, for people to even talk about it. Like if she would have tweeted like, "Hey, I love you guys, I miss you, I'ma miss you, but I'ma do it," it wouldn't have got no buzz. Nobody would have gave a fuck about it.
True.
It's like it's crazy. We got to make it damn near seem like it's drama for y'all to even have a buzz about it.
But that's how things work. That's how things work nowadays. It has to be drama. It has to be conflict, you know, and people have to jump to conclusions because it trended. Like you, to your point, if she would have been like, you know, I'm leaving, I got my own show. Thank you everyone for the 12 years, then it wouldn't have trended at all. So
nah.
It was a couple of news reports and that's it.
Like it trended so much, they calling this her farewell tour.
Right. So, what are your thoughts about the Breakfast Club as a whole?
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I used to think the Breakfast Club was the shit for a long fucking time. But as of lately, maybe like 2-3 years ago, like right before the pandemic, I just started, you know, it started to go it started to go sideways to me because it started to become it felt like DJ Envy was like leading everybody. All of a sudden everybody was like not talking like they usually talk. Like, you know, like you said, like Charlamagne centered himself, you know, he Angela Yee all of a sudden she came kind of prissy. You know, I like Angela Yee because she'll ask you like, you know, how many sexual partners you done had. Like she one of those type, bro.
So
she will bring it out.
You like those explicit.
So you like fucking bitches in the ass, baby. Like she asked questions like that.
Yeah.
But like after a while, they were different. They just always DJ Envy censored. DJ Envy always been censored unless he mad.
Yeah. Right. I think they all bring something to the table, something valuable. You know, I the thing I have a I have a love-hate relationship with the Breakfast Club. Like before when Charlamagne was before the quote unquote bleaching, that's when he was like uncensored and stuff. Like I didn't like I knew he was very entertaining. I knew the salacious stuff would get a rise out of people and stuff like that, but I didn't really care for that, you know. I like Angela Yee because she does go to the explicit side, but then she also does her research and asks questions that people want to know.
Right.
Envy, he's only I like him as far as like hosting, you know, like he keeps everybody on schedule and whatnot, and he asks some good questions from time to time, but he's good at pretty much hosting or spearheading the show and whatnot.
Yeah.
But what I used to do, because I used to watch them all the time, and I even used to listen to Charlamagne's podcast, because all three of them got podcasts, and I used to listen to Charlamagne's podcast every week. But I don't listen to it at all anymore. But what I used to do, especially like with their interviews, because you know people used to go to New York and promote their stuff, and they would go on a whole radio press junket. So I would listen to them in Hot 97 when they would interview the same person, because you get two totally different interviews between the two. Like Hot 97 is geared more towards what you're there for. You know what I'm saying? You're there for your art. So their interviews are geared more towards that. The Breakfast Club, their interviews are geared more towards the salacious stuff. Like they're quick to do something that will go viral more than what you're there to promote.
Right.
Like you'll eventually talk about what you're there to promote, but that ain't why they're trying to interview you. So you'll get two totally different interviews out of the two. But I would watch both of those. Now if I watch them at all, it'll be because of the donkey of the day. Excuse me. But
It
it
depends on
really,
what interviews they have. Because
yeah.
like how I pay attention, because I like the political people they be having, and then it's a couple people I follow. So I like when they have those people on any artists. I like because they always find that diamond in the rough.
Hmm.
Like I thought Kodak Black interview was funny as a motherfucker. Soldier Boy interview hilarious. Like
Yeah.
sometimes they be, what I'm saying, they hit it right on the nose. So I do that. Sometimes they give you some real shit. Like I like when they like a lot of people don't like Umar Johnson. I actually am quite fond of the man. I don't believe in have a lot of things he say, but I am quite fond of his resolve of how he feels about shit.
Yeah.
I like the
Yeah.
Dick Gregory. They've had great interviews.
Yes. Yes.
When
They
Hillary
they
Clinton said she had hot sauce in her bag, they Biden, man, listen. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
Yeah. We talked
That
about
shit was crazy.
we talked about that on the other podcast
Mm.
because I was like, because like people was tripping um about that statement that he made, and I was just like, if you actually watch the whole interview, which was a good interview to watch, you would see that he didn't mean it the way that people were trying to take it. You know.
He didn't mean it like people were trying to take it at the same time. Biden, you crime bill passing motherfucking honky ass nigga. And I know that's our president, but I'm saying at the time, this is what I called him. Because how you can't tell me if I don't vote for you, I ain't black. Because how dare you? I know a lot of niggas in jail right now because of you and a couple other motherfuckers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, when you signed that bill, I got an uncle that went to jail in 1987. That nigga still ain't out.
See. Yeah. Yeah. When you bring up stuff like that, it's like, damn. But in the same breath, I got what he was trying to say.
Cause you rode the coattails of Obama. So you like, hey man, I'm gonna bring that same type of shit back. No, you ain't. Nigga, what are you doing?
No, no. Yeah. Yeah.
Now you fucked up with the Rona. You already had a brain tumor.
And then the Hillary Clinton interview, that was a
She
good interview as
if
well.
pandering was a person.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was a good interview though. Like you gotta admit it was a good interview.
It
It
was
just
real. I'm not even gonna lie. It was a good interview
yeah.
for
Yeah, when they get
pandering.
in cool bags, they do come out with good interviews. Um, but it just seems like they be trying to force a viral moment sometimes. You
Yeah,
know.
that whole Envy and Charlemagne with that fucking ass thing. Now
Yeah.
that shit lost me. They lost a lot of cool points for that because I'm not gonna play with nobody like that. Not on the air. Like you can't. No.
Yeah. Yeah, they pissed off a lot of people with that. That was a bit too far. That was a bit too
That was
far. Like,
way
but
too far.
they brought their off-air antics onto the show, and it was a bit too far. But um let's do this. What was your most memorable moment that you can think of off the top of your head with the Breakfast Club?
Most memorable moment. Uh, Reza Islam. I loved his interview. Because I love the way he was he's the Nation of Islam to the core, but he's still a nigga. Like, you know, without saying I'm a nigga, I'm still a nigga. Like I was like, oh, okay. He, you know what I'm saying? He can, you know, besides Farrakhan, because you know Farrakhan damn near prophet like to some people, and he is really good at his speeches. But you know, besides a lot of people in the nation, I think Reza Islam is more feet to the ground and like interact like way more. He's like the 3%ers used to be, but really all the way nation. So that was a memorable interview for me because I liked how a lot of people did, you know what I'm saying? Reading in the comments and like a lot of people was like, this nigga be here, this nigga do this nigga do that. I remember he rode with Nipsey Hussle, like motherfuckers was giving him the credibility. I thought that was really dope.
Okay. Yeah. I would say my most memorable moment would probably have to be Dame Dash. When Dame Dash came up there, he did that hour interview. He was like, it was entertaining. Got DJ Envy hot. He was hot as fish grease.
He pissed DJ Envy off like a motherfucker.
Yeah, he did. It was like, damn, he is not talking about you, sir.
Yeah.
He is not talking about you. Like, but
Dame really did want to call him a sucker though.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to defend some whole shit. I'm not talking about you, but since you want to defend that whole shit, nigga, that's why when I like how he like lightweight checked it.
Yeah. And like what Dame Dash was saying at the end of the day, what Dame Dash was saying was right, you know.
100% correct.
Yeah. So just Envy took it extremely personal, and I think that's when it's good to me when Envy gets like super in his feelings, because it's been several times that he's been in his feelings. There was one time when he was in his feelings when what's his name, Jesus and Mero.
Jesus and Demero. Oh, that shit was funny. Cause whole ass them dudes, man. I love how they didn't back down from Envy ass either. Like, nigga, you too light skinned to be that tough, nigga.
Envy was so hot, he did not finish the interview. He walked out after they had their exchange. He walked out. He was like, I'm not doing this with y'all. But Envy is super light skinned.
Yeah. And to be fair, you're not gonna get nobody who's a radio personality, quote unquote, like you are, to apologize for some shit they said about you. Like, not unless, you know, it's one of them things y'all had an off-air conversation and things became kosher with y'all. You're not about to get on here and tell me I need to apologize to your wife, nigga. Fuck you.
Yeah. Right. Like, you shouldn't have did what you did to make it even a story.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I just want you to apologize. No, I'm not about to apologize for that, man. Come on, man.
Nothing.
You niggas got caught with that shit.
Right. You apologize to your wife. That's the only person that owes her an apology.
Yeah. Fuck out of here.
I would say another one would be, oh shoot, I can't remember. I just had it. But they've had some memorable moments. Of
That's
course,
dope. I like the Machine Gun Kelly ones.
Yeah, the Machine Gun Kelly
his interview.
Yeah.
So that nigga just basically said, I am not gonna stop getting high with it. Fuck that shit. I got a good team around me. Nigga, I'm getting high as fucking Cooter Brown. Fuck what you talk about.
Right. He was like, I'm not stopping. Let's see. The Tekashi 6ix9ine interview was really good.
I forgot about that interview.
Yeah, that one was real good. Um, the Angela Wright interviews are good. I don't know. I haven't seen her come on there in a long time, but when she used to come on there and like just update people with the political stuff, I thought that was good.
That was good.
Yeah.
The Monique one was classic.
The Monique one was yeah, that one was real good. I think of course the Soldier Boy is a classic. Um what's his name? Baby will go down in history, you know.
Baby, you go down in history, one, for having the shortest interview, and two,
Right.
for being a grown man with a toddler face.
And he checked the sleeves off of all three of them. Like it was
All
so many
three of y'all.
Right. Out of a 3-minute video, it was so many viral moments out of that. Like he came up there for war. And then Master P, when he checked the sleeves off of Charlemagne, talking about Mercedes.
Yeah.
Then and then all what every last one of them, Webby and Boosie. Those are always entertaining. Always entertaining. You will definitely get your money's worth watching a Boosie or a Webby interview.
I was about to say, yeah, Boosie, he's gonna go down hands down as the best rapping interview nigga that you ever seen in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Webby, you know what? Webby's Breakfast Club interview made me fear for Webby.
Why?
Because it the way he was acting, you can tell he was coked out his fucking mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I did, shit like that. I was like, damn, I'm kind of, you get kind of fearful of niggas like that because, man, I'm like, damn, man, you got a lot of money, man. You might make the wrong decision, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because after his interview, man, all that shit start unfolding. He like, remember he had that viral moment where he was high out his mind, like thinking motherfuckers were trying to kill him and shit. And
yeah.
He fucked. Yeah, that shit made me scared for Webby.
But you know what? A redeeming quality about what was going on with Webby was that moment when he got baptized.
Yeah.
That's when I started becoming more hopeful that he was getting better. Because you're right, like those interviews, although they were extremely entertaining, it was alarming. Now, one person that they interviewed that I don't think gets enough credit is Trick Daddy. Those are great interviews too.
I just seen Trick Daddy's interview yesterday. Swear to fucking God.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. I was just on my porch yesterday watching that shit on my phone.
Yeah. Yeah, he's done a couple of them. They're very good. They're very good. And he's very unapologetic. He's very unapologetic. But I feel like what kind of turned the tide with them is when Charlemagne did that one-on-one interview with Gucci Mane, and they got to talking about Angela Yee.
Yeah,
I think that's where because like the way that they were talking about it was just very uncomfortable, to say the least. And Charlemagne just showed that he don't give a damn. Like he's gonna go for the viral moment, and that just is what it is. He don't give a damn about nobody. And I feel like that was probably what turned the tide for all of them, because why are y'all talking about this? That lady's in a relationship over here. Gucci Mane married. Why are y'all talking about this? And this is a he said, she said situation. And then you're talking about it from back when, like Gucci, let's just be real. Gucci Mane ain't never been attractive, but that was like drugged out Chubbs Gucci Mane. And you trying
Yeah,
to
that
tell
was
me
that was Gucci Mane at its most fucked up.
right? So, and you trying to tell me that Gucci Mane turned down Angela Yee? Okay, so yeah,
You know what? I ain't even gonna lie. Now I'm not gonna say Gucci Mane turned her down, but the way he looked when he brought that shit up to Yee one time, and she totally denied that. That look was, damn, you gonna lie like that for real? So I think it was some flirting. It was some it probably was some shit going on, but it didn't get far.
mm-hmm.
But she just totally denied it. Like, I don't even remember what the fuck you talking about, nigga. I think he was hurt. Like, bitch, for real.
Yeah. I mean, you know, anything's possible, but yeah, like that got brought up years ago on the actual show, but then when it got brought up again on the one-on-one interview that Charlamagne did, it was like, why are we still talking about this?
Because
Like,
Charlamagne want to know.
But why? Why do you want to know?
Because it's fucking Charlamagne.
Exactly. And I feel like that was
you read it. You said it from the jump. That nigga looks for the viral moment. It's fucking Charlamagne. You should have known he was gonna bring it up.
Yeah. And I just really feel like there was the beginning and the end, because it just seemed like it was gonna end back then. After he did that shit, that shit wasn't cool. That shit wasn't cool. That man got a whole album coming out, and you talking about some shit that happened probably 10 plus years ago. So yeah.
But like you
it
said,
never went far.
Our people respond to drama, so he knew what to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, so we spent a whole lot of time on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, like, I mean, you know, I ain't gonna lie. This is gonna be the end of the Breakfast Club, because unless they get somebody like Angela, I don't think Charlamagne and DJ Envy by themselves can do. They can do it because they've done it before, but I don't see them like striving, doing a whole season without some type of clarity between them two, because them two together, they good, but they not good for a whole season. Not for me.
I agree. I honestly feel like whenever it's two of them, no matter which two it is, it's always something missing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it always feels like there's something that is not making this interview complete. So, yeah, I don't know about them getting a replacement, but I definitely agree. It's gonna feel off. It's gonna feel off because it's always felt off. No matter which one was absent, it's always felt off when it's just two of them. So, but yeah. So that was the Breakfast Club.
Shout out to Yee.
Yeah. Shout
think
out
our show's gonna be called Up with Yee. It comes on right after the Breakfast Club. So I hope she got some real powerful guests, you know, that'll keep it popping. I hope the Breakfast Club keep real powerful guests.
Right. Yeah, so if she's staying on Power 106, then they're gonna have two powerhouses as far as women are concerned. Because Angie Martinez on Power 106 too.
Yeah.
So that's huge. That's huge in itself, you know. So
shout out to Angie Martinez. Just out the clear blue. You know, I'm a very left. Like, shout out to Angie for being a dope radio personality for years.
Right.
For years, decades. And even having a little small rap career.
Right, because she wasn't really that bad as a rapper, you know.
Yeah, she ain't bad at all as a rapper. And she was like one of the first Latinas I seen that didn't have an ass for real. And then Layla Anthony came through and she didn't have no ass. She was built like old school teacher, and then she, she got her body done, and now Layla Anthony, said a bad piece. But I remember when she was shaped like that awkward seventh grader as a grown ass woman.
The one like right before puberty hit.
Like right before, that awkward stage where you just get tall and your legs get big, but your hips don't grow.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened to her as a grown woman.
Yep, and that picture is forever gonna be on the internet of her coming out of the pool like that. So yeah.
Man.
But yeah.
Shaped like that little girl that mama always make her watch her weight. Like, you're not gonna keep eating that shit.
Like, now you didn't already have one cupcake. Do not go back to the table.
Right. Do not. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. How the bottom of your thighs big and your hips is little as
hell? Hey, shit happens. Yeah.
I see. Well, we all see.
Yeah. So yeah. So shout out to the Breakfast Club. So yeah. So next up, let's go on ahead and get into some fuck shit. Blueface and Chrisean. Have you been following any of this foolishness between them two?
Yeah, I seen when she decked that nigga and he should have went to jail because he tried to beat that bitch ass. She bopped the shit out that nigga. Jasmine in the background, like, did you see how hard she hit him?
Yeah. She rocked him. She rocked him.
Like, they both should have went to jail. Like, he should have been like, if the police came, he should have been like, man, she put us both in handcuffs.
I just found this out recently because there's a video of hers that's going viral right now. She's an athlete.
Yeah.
And she was on some show. I forgot the name of the show, but she was on some show that it looked kind of like American Gladiators, where she went through this whole obstacle course and she had somebody like chasing her. And the time, it was timed, and the time that she had to beat was like 1:18, and she did this whole obstacle course in like 50 seconds. And I was just like, wow. Like, she had it looked like a wipeout obstacle course, and she had somebody chasing her, and she was gone. So I'm like, excuse me. So this makes sense why she be fighting and shit and winning and shit,
Yeah, she be beating bitches' asses.
Yeah, her little stuff. I wouldn't fuck with her. Leave that girl alone. But for anybody that doesn't know, Blueface, the rapper Blueface, he has this chick that he's been messing with for a while. Her name is Chrisean. She's on Baddie South, I think. And yeah, they've been having this like tumultuous relationship that's been playing out on the internet. She is like obsessed with him. She has all these tattoos, including a big ass tattoo in the front of her neck of his face. She's gotten into it with his baby moms, where they had a fight, and I guess that's the reason why she's missing the front tooth, is because she knocked it out. The baby mama knocked it out.
Yeah, wasn't it the baby mama and the baby mama's mama or something? Like they jumped her.
Well, no. That is a different fight, because that was Blueface's mom and Blueface's sister that she fought.
Oh, I knew it was one of them.
Yeah, she rocked them. Now she beat them up. And then I think Blueface beat up his sister's boyfriend. That dude was laid out like somebody shot him. Like, that was crazy. Like, blood on the ground and everything. They was holding him like he was like literally knocked out. Yeah, so, but I believe that's the reason why, I mean, don't quote me, but I believe that's the reason why her tooth was knocked out, was because she had a fight with his baby mama, and the baby mama knocked out that front tooth. And so she was like, rocking with this missing front tooth. And so she finally got it fixed. But then on top of it getting fixed, then she put a picture of his face on the tooth. And so,
Yeah,
and
I
then like
seen that. He made her take that shit off, man. That shit was great.
Yeah. And then she be popping the tooth in and out and shit. Like she don't give a damn. But so apparently he had another baby with his baby mom, and he gifted the baby mom with a necklace for having this baby or whatnot. And they put it out on the internet and stuff. And, it hurt Chrisean. She was really hurt behind that. And then like right before the baby came, there was another moment where they were out and they ended up getting into a fight, and they both was fighting each other, and they was like on the street fighting each other. And it's been a whole lot lately between them two, but a couple days ago she posted that he officially asked her to be his girlfriend. And I'm like, they ain't been together this whole time? So yeah. It's a sad, terrible situation. Like even after the fight that they had on the street, he was online and he was just looking like pathetic and was just like, how much will it cost for you to leave me alone? Like, can I give you $100,000? And I guess she tweeted that ain't no money, ain't enough money for me to leave you alone or some stuff. So it's the
She just
only
like being played. I mean, it was I just seen a video of him and Big Purr together.
Who is Big Purr?
You know what's that little chick's name? They call me Big Purr. Got that song. She got that song. Damn, Benzino's fucking daughter.
Oh, you talking about Coyle Ray?
Coyle Ray. Yeah, it's a viral video popping up with them hugged up together. So like she's just used to getting played, man. Listen. Shout outs to the women who just don't give a fuck about being side pieces, because she been knowing she just a back burner motherfucker.
Yeah, and she's okay with it. She is okay with it. But as of a couple of days ago, they're official, which is ridiculous. Like I thought they had been official. But
toxic loves toxic.
That is extreme. That is an extremely toxic situation. It's like the worst case, because she just won't leave him alone, and it's like, and you can't do nothing about it. They're grown.
They're grown as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it just, like, seeing that video of her on that show, it was like, damn, she had potential, and she's just letting the shit go to waste because she's with this fool, And he's
one of them
doing,
people. She like it. I love it. Fuck it. She wanna.
Yeah.
That's what she wanna do. That's what she wanna do. She ain't. If she couldn't see the potential in herself, then we sure can't tell her.
Right. It's just sad. It's just sad to watch, but that's them. Like you can't really do too much about it. Because I mean, it's even sad on his end too, because it's just like, how can you get away from this lady? Because she's toxic as well. Like they both toxic for one another.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just sad to watch, all parties involved. But they've been like, you cannot get on the internet a whole day without seeing something about them. Like they even put out a song that's talking about their toxic ass relationship. Yeah. So yeah.
And it's sad that it comes to a point where they can't even. It would be detrimental to their careers if they left each other alone. That's how fucked up it has become.
So you think that their career would suffer if they leave each other alone?
Yeah, like what? When have you heard a hit from Blueface?
You haven't in a while.
So when have you
Yeah.
ever heard a hit from her?
You haven't at all.
Exactly. And so
Yeah.
they're sucking off of each other's tit of fame, and that means if they separate, their money would dwindle.
Or if they separate, they can focus on their craft and come out with some quality work.
Yeah, you think so, but that's not how they're thinking.
Right.
Because this
Right.
shit is
You're
getting them
right.
paid.
Yeah.
Music
That's true.
ain't getting them paid.
Yeah. 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 You got a point there. You got a point there.
Yeah, yeah.
Um.
Music was getting Blueface paid for a minute, but now Blueface ain't getting paid like that. I don't even think he's doing shows like that no more because you ain't came up with nothing else.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. I can't think of nothing else that he's done. Outside of he did Bad Boys Houston, the auditions. He was one of the judges for the auditions, and that was entertaining. But it was three judges. He wasn't the only judge. So yeah.
I knew he was
Um
going down when he got his own OnlyFans. I was like, damn, that nigga.
yeah, because he kept getting kicked off of Instagram.
Yeah,
And he had like a harem at one point. He had a harem of women. And that's the last thing I thought he was doing was the whole harem of women on OnlyFans. But I guess he doesn't have that no more. But mm-mm. I don't know, man. But I mean, hey, we can't do too much about it. But watch the car wreck. I guess.
that's it.
Oh, excuse me. So yeah,
Hopefully, something to happen and she'll get her shit together because she's a very athletically talented woman. As
yes,
far as that song she got out, not so much.
no, 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 no. That song I am cool on, but yeah. So that's
Maybe
Blueface
she could
and
be
Chris.
like Jake Paul and start doing celebrity fights, beating these bitches up. Cause she can beat some bitches up.
Oh yeah, but
And
who
with
would be stupid?
the proper training, this bitch can be dangerous.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. But who would be stupid enough to get in the ring with her? She,
Anybody that
she,
needs some money?
yeah, she would be great as a boxer, not just like a celebrity boxer, but like a legit boxer or a
Yeah.
pro wrestler. Yeah,
I can
because I
see
mean,
her pro wrestling.
right, she got hands, but I can see her. I can see her checking out or clicking out rather and fighting for real with wrestling. Maybe
Right.
MMA. MMA would probably be
She can
best.
do that. She can definitely do that.
Yeah, yeah,
Cause
MMA
she
would
got
probably be
hands. So if they teach her the ground and pound game, she'll be a real dangerous bitch. Cause she'll take one to give one. That's the
yeah,
whole trick in a nutshell of fighting. That's the common law. You got to take one to give one. And
yeah,
she will take one to get in that ass.
yeah, yeah. My money would be on her. She definitely should look into that. Um, but yeah, but that's Blueface and Chrisean. All right, so I'm going ahead and give it to you in regards to the the next the next
Okay.
topic.
Let me channel my reporter Amen. Um, okay, ladies and gentlemen, if we've uh, don't have the interwebs, or we're off the grid and you just happen to pop onto this show, Monday there was a woman who got arrested in Atlanta um, for trespassing. Basically, she was at the park in Atlanta after 11 o'clock, and it is a new law that no one can be at the park after 11 p.m. Um, the video went viral, and it was only like maybe 3 minutes of the video that went viral. And the video that we seen was her asking the officer why she's getting arrested, and basically getting accosted. She was trying to ask why she was getting arrested, So we didn't see anybody getting Miranda rights. We didn't see what happened before this. We just watched a black woman basically get manhandled by the police. So for me, that already put me in an uproar because of what has been going on between black folks and the police for years. That being said, I had the privy, to watch 38 minutes of the body cam that the policemen had. And in this body cam, you seen him roll up on her and the dude she was with, tell them that, he don't know if they're from out of town, or, they're just not new, or they just new in this area, but there's a law that you can't be here after 11 o'clock. Can I see you guys' ID? I'm gonna go to my car, check everything out. He did that. He came back and he gave them 2 tickets for being in the park after 11. Now he gave it to the man came up first, and he explained the ticket to him. And the man asked, do I have to sign this? The police officer said, you don't have to sign it, but if you refuse to sign it, you will go to jail. He has said this. Now, at this point, the young lady, who her name is Angel Geis, came over there, and he said, it's a ticket for you to sign. She said, what's your name? He gave her his last name. She said, what's your first name? He said, I don't have to give you that. She asked for the badge number. He gave her the badge number. Now she gets on her phone like she is writing this information down, but I don't think she is, because of the question she asked after. She asked him again what his name was. He gave it to her. She asked again for his badge number. He gave it to her. Then he explained to her that what she was getting the ticket for. Then she asked him again, what's his badge number? He said, I'm not gonna give it to you again. I've already gave it to you twice. He told her to sign the ticket. She said, I'm not. He told her, if you refuse to sign the ticket, you will go to jail. She said, no. He said, I will take you to jail. She said, no, you won't. Again, kept on asking for his badge number. At this point, he was like, okay, so are you refusing? She said yes. He proceeds to take his cuffs out and arrest her. She, at this point, is trying to ask what she's getting arrested for. He's like, man, we're not gonna keep having this conversation. At that point, she puts her phone down, and the video we see is the video that went viral is the video that we see from the guy she was with that turned on the camera. Why at this time she says, okay, Mr. Brooks, I will sign the ticket. So what we seen looks like he was just being belligerent. The truth of the matter was she had a whole ass attitude and was I guess in white people's terms, she was giving way too much sass, and she was going to jail for her actions, and she was told that. Now, I'm not gonna get into details of what went further. What I will say is, the officer did practice patience, but at the same time, I feel like he was an asshole because I'm just not gonna take you out of jail. The minute you tell me I'll sign the ticket, I'm gonna release you. But that's just me. I feel like she was 100% out of character the whole time because she just came with attitude. You know, most of us fear for our life when we're around police. I know I'm one of those. I'm one of those people that fear for my life, and I will comply. I do everything but suck your dick and let you fuck me in the ass. I'm gonna just keep it 100. But you know, sobriety test or whatever you need, I'm gonna do that because I fear for my life. I've seen too much shit. You know, I have family members that died from cops. Rest in peace to my cousin Doodlebug for that. So I have a fear for police. She didn't, and I'm not saying you're supposed to, but from everything we didn't see, you're not supposed to have that type of attitude. But again, people, I'm telling y'all, the true villain in this whole scenario was the bitch ass nigga she was with. Because that officer explained everything to this man before she came up there with an attitude. Now, if I give a fuck about you, I don't give a fuck if we dating, you my friend, you my sister, you my relative, you just a bitch I met in the club. If I already know what this man said, if you refuse for a ticket, I'm gonna just tell you, go ahead and sign. Don't even trip, just sign the ticket. This whole ass nigga didn't say a word while she was going through this nasty ass rant. He didn't say a word. And then he had the nerves to pick up her phone and start taping the situation. When that situation didn't even have to go there. And all you hear is his whole ass in the back talking about, you ain't got to do her like that. You ain't got to, that's too much. Why are you doing that? Now you're going to throw her to the ground. Man, come on, what's going on? Blah, 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 blah. Whole ass nigga, she going through this because you didn't stop this from the jump. You know you with a bitch that don't listen. She proved that. She proved that when that man gave her his name and his badge number twice. She proved she don't listen to a goddamn thing. You were supposed to cut that shit short and say, hey, just sign a ticket and let's get the fuck out of here. Like, that's it. Like, just to be in nigga form. Even if that wasn't your bitch, that's just somebody you was sliding for the night. She had a nice body. So come on, man, don't fuck your pussy up for the night. Let her sign the ticket and get the fuck on. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? You know, and I want to say, you know, white women ain't the only one to do crocodile tears. You know, she was sassy until them cuffs came on. And then all of a sudden she started screaming in the blood of Jesus and crying and shit. All this so extra. You wasn't that tough. You was just tough as a motherfucker until that motherfucking metal slapped your wrist. So you ain't tough for real. I know niggas talk shit in cuffs. Tell the motherfuckers, well, I'll break these motherfuckers and beat your ass. Like, nigga, if you not that all the way through, then don't act like that. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes, and that's what happened to her. How do you feel about this?
I feel like that's why we need body cams.
Exactly.
Like, everybody across the board. Like, I remember when the body cam was a hot topic a couple years ago. My whole stance was that if they don't have a body cam on, or if it's not working, because some cops are trying to be like, oh, it doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. I feel like if your body cam is not working, you're off the clock, and you need to get your ass back to the precinct to figure out what's going on. I feel like that because the clip that the guy recorded tells a totally different story than the body cam footage. Yeah. So the body cam footage does give um the full story, which yeah, from what you have explained, it sounds like they both could have handled the situation better. Like once she said, "Hey, I'm gonna sign the ticket," even though we just had this whole back and forth exchange, I didn't pull these cuffs out or whatnot. The cop could have been like, "That's all you had to do in the first fucking place. Sign the damn ticket so we can get out of here." You know,
Exactly.
like I don't want to take you to jail over something stupid like this. I don't want to do the paperwork. Like he could have. I would have rather him just cuss her out for going through all of that, but sign the damn ticket. Because this is stupid. It's not like it's that big of a deal. Y'all weren't out here doing nothing extra. Y'all just was here past the time. So it's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? In the same breath, he could have gave them a warning and been like, "Hey, I don't know where y'all from. I don't know if y'all know, even though it signs up. But y'all ain't supposed to be here. Y'all need to go ahead and leave." If they would have done extra, then that's when you'd be like, "All right, well, give me your IDs. Since you want to do all that, then we can go there." You know what I'm saying? That to me, that's when you go there. But he could have just been like, "All right, y'all need to leave. Y'all ain't supposed to be here."
Right. And then the not to cut you off, but to clarify, um, and I hate to sound like I'm on the cop's side, but to clarify that situation, that law was passed because prior to that, they had 2 people die in this park. So when that cop really when that cop was patrolling that park and seeing, he had to walk up on to see if it was a nigga and a girl. So when he was going up there anyway, you know, and I hate to say it like that, but you know, if we already got 2 murders in this park, I'm kind of cautious of who I'm rolling up on. You know,
Yeah.
that could be one thing. And then on the other thing, I'll say maybe he had to make that girl the example because he already explained it to the guy. Like maybe his patience wasn't running thin with her, but his patience was running thin with the man. Cause settle this bitch down.
But see, and that's another thing with cops is that they need more training on how to handle people because everybody's not going to be the textbook person that you interact with. You got a whole bunch of different people you interact with a whole bunch of different personalities. Situations do not need to be escalated to this point when it's something as simple as leaving a park. You know what I'm saying? So, so I feel like more training to handle people should be involved. You know, like something like this should not have went viral. You know, whether you feel whoever is wrong, like this is silly. This is really silly. And yeah, like you can pick a side on who's right, who's wrong. But who's supposed to be in control of the situation is the cop. So it didn't have to go as far as it did, you know, but
it definitely did not.
Yeah, but technically, you know, technically he went by the rules. So yeah. And then if he prefaced it with, "I don't know if y'all from here" or anything like that, he could have gave them, you know, just on the strength because he don't know where they're from. Like he could have gave them grace and just been like, you know, "I don't know where y'all from or whatever, but this is the deal. I don't know if y'all saw the signs, even though they're posted, but y'all ain't supposed to be here, so can y'all leave? Like, I don't.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that it was signs being posted. It was signs posted that they weren't supposed to be there past 11.
Yeah. So I don't understand why he couldn't have just, why did he have to go as far as to give them a citation in the first place? When he could have just easily been like, y'all ain't supposed to be here. We're going ahead and exit. Like, I would have been curious to see how much pushback he would have gotten had he went that route. So, but yeah, well, like I said in the beginning, I'm glad that that they do have the body cam, because you need to see the full scope, because that little clip, they would have had people marching.
Yeah.
Because me seeing the little clip, I was hot, because I'm like, what is all of this for? And why is he not?
Like, it's because he threatened the taser. Like, what we seen was him throwing her to the ground and threatening the taser.
Yeah.
So,
and it just,
we're looking at it like, like you said, niggas better march for this shit. Even DL Hewley was on that shit, but DL Hewley didn't see the whole thing.
Right. Because all we saw was this clip, and context is everything, and that's why they be pushing for the police to release the body cam footage so we can see the whole thing. Now, sometimes when they do release that body cam footage, the shit be fucked up as we thought. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As we thought, but this one not so much. But in the same breath, the cop was supposed to be in charge of the whole situation to where it could have went a better way. Like he didn't have to go that far with giving them a citation. He could have just asked them to leave. So, but
and maybe, I will full-heartedly say, maybe he was being petty. Maybe he realized, he ran the dude's name and then he ran the chick's name. Maybe one of them motherfuckers was married and they was out in the park trying to get some cutty, on the sneak. Like, maybe he was being petty that way. Like, you know what? I'm gonna give you bitch ass niggas a ticket. You know what I'm saying? Because we rolled up on them, they was hugged up on each other. It'd be fucked up if you find out one of them had a significant other.
Yeah, right. And this is how you find out.
This is how you find out. Like, we all up in an uproar right now, and a week later, it'll be a man on TV like, that's stupid ass. That's why I didn't bond that bitch out.
Mm-hmm. Right. So, yeah. I mean, it could have. Honestly, it could have went way worse. It could have been way worse.
To keep it real, it could have been like, he didn't. He could have been like really, really crazy and like assaulted her to get her arm behind her back. Now, all I'm talking right now would have been thrown out the window if he would have like jabbed her in the face to like get her disoriented in order to like grab her arm and try to arrest her, because these motherfuckers do that type shit too.
Yeah. And we've seen those videos. Where they have him pinned down. I remember that one cop had that lady pinned down in the grass in between traffic on a highway, and he was like just tagging her in her face. And it's like, for what? Like, you already got her pinned down. Why are you doing this? You know what I'm saying? So it could have went 10 times worse, but gratefully it didn't. But it could have went.
I just seen a cop show in Canada where this bitch they had already hog tied her. She was fighting a hog tie, and they just threw her ass in the snow, like literally tossed her in the snow, like, bitch, stop fighting.
Calm down, cool out, right?
So legit, as much as we saying he was, it could have went a different way. He could have literally been on some bullshit.
Yeah. Right, right. And you can tell by the way that his build was, he didn't really have to do too much to apprehend her.
Nah.
But he was not using full force or anything like that. Because
No,
she
but
was
that's
really
why he
trying
threatened
to,
to tase her because he didn't want to rip her fucking arm from her socket.
yeah, because he could have easily done that. He could have easily done that. But like it could have went way worse, but it could have went much better. You know. Like we shouldn't be talking about it. It shouldn't be a
No,
viral moment.
it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
That That's why I said the whole ass nigga she was with should have just said, sign the ticket, go home. He should have got some cutty and went to his wife.
Yes. And then that's another thing because signing a citation is not admission. If you feel like that is 100% false, sign the shit, take it to a lawyer, fight that shit in court, sue the precinct. I mean, you handle it after, but get out of that situation alive. You know, that's the focus. Get out of that situation alive. Whatever I got to do to go home is what I'm gonna do. You
Exactly.
know, so yeah. But that's it, that situation. Another situation. Actually, I do have a video of this. This has actually happened in a suburb in our hometown of Kansas City, Missouri. If anybody doesn't know, the suburb is called Lee Summit, Missouri. They have a water park that a couple of teenagers were going to throw a birthday party at. They rented out the park. They they paid the money they bought. They had extra security um, that they paid for as well, all to get to the park right before the start of the party and be told that they don't feel comfortable with them having the party. Now, mind you, nobody is there yet. This was right before the party started. So this actually has gone viral to the point where Roland Martin is involved. He interviewed the father. Uh, yeah. So I'm going to share my screen.
Cancel the Queen's birthday party, a private party, because of you're not comfortable. Because you're not comfortable with what? What are you uncomfortable with? Because we're black. 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 We had a cancel the kid's birthday private party because of you're not comfortable. Because you're not comfortable with what? What are you uncomfortable with? Because we're black. Because we're black. Because we're black. Because we're black.
So basically, what it is, it says racism exposed. Missouri water park goes viral for denying black park goers. Summit Ways under fire after a group of 200 people arrived for a party that was booked days prior and was denied access due to their skin color. The group arrived at Summit Ways for a party. Minutes later, were denied because of an owner told them she didn't feel comfortable with letting them in. Parents and others said race played a major factor of why they were denied access. The owner told them that she would refund their money and proceeded to shut the pool down. Many are left in disbelief, kids left upset, and some of them even shedded tears. The owner said she didn't feel comfortable, then proceeded and told the group that they didn't represent Summit Ways. No public statements have been made by the park or the city of St. Louis at this time. So, like I said, the father went on Roland Martin and with his lawyer, and they gave a little bit more information, a little bit more context to what was going on. Basically, what happened was that they had this party. Their two sons are pretty popular on YouTube. They have their own YouTube channel, and they were throwing a birthday party / end of the summer party at this water park in Lee Summit. Excuse me. They paid over $2,000. They hired extra security. They paid for about like 250 guests, and from what the father said on Roland Martin was that if they paid a couple of $100 more, they could have had about 1,400. I think the capacity of the park lets them have about 200, or lets them have about 1,400. And then they said they had about 600 on average at the park. So if they would have paid a couple hundred more, they could have had up to capacity. But they had about 250 guests that were planning to arrive. At the time that they got there, as you saw in the video, it was not even 50 people there at the time. But the party was supposed to start at 7. They decided around 5:30 the same day that they was not going to allow them to come. They claimed they called and let them know that they were canceling the event, but they called excuse me, they called a work phone, around 5:30 on a Saturday to try to tell them that they were going to cancel their event. And of course, on a Saturday, calling a work phone, more than likely you're not going to get nobody. So yeah, so they show up. They denied them access. They try to say they're not comfortable, but they're not giving a reason as to why they're not comfortable. Then the lady proceeds to say that like 15 parents called about the event. Well, the conversations that they were probably having with the 15 parents that called was probably like talking about more specifically, like, do y'all have enough lifeguards? Like, what is the type of area? Like, are y'all equipped to handle, like, just general stuff, because they just didn't want to just drop their kids off at a water park, So yeah, so apparently that's what they're not really necessarily saying what made them feel uncomfortable. Of course, because we know what made them feel uncomfortable. Another thing that they're trying to say was that you're not supposed to promote your private event on social media. But the father in his interview said that the contract doesn't say that you're not supposed to promote it. It asks a question: are you going to promote it on social media? And so his pushback is that, like, that's how you communicate. Everything is social media. So Lee Summit also tried to say that their estimate that the other people that arrived was about 500 people. But how can you estimate if you didn't take count of people? And then they said that by the time that they completely dispersed was around 8:00. But yeah, you can't estimate unless, you can estimate all you want to, but that doesn't mean that's an actual number of how many people came for the event. Right. And then on top of that, once you're letting people in, you can take count of how many people you're letting in for the event. All you need is a simple clicker. You know what I mean? And then if they pay for 250 guests, once you get to 251, stop. I can't let nobody in. We're at capacity. How hard is that? That's pretty much what you do with any place, you know what I'm saying, that ain't got a list of people to let in, So they're just giving a whole bunch of BS answers. They got their money back like 2 days later, but they're, as far as anything else, Lee Summit is not trying to have a conversation with them. They only had the conversation about how to get the money back to them. So it sounds like they're just basically standing down on what happened. They're not trying to make things right. They're not really giving too much of a statement. And on top of that, one of the lifeguards thought she was cute and posted a picture of her in her lifeguard uniform and posted on Snapchat saying, "Hey, we're basically getting canceled, but I don't give a single fuck," or some shit like that. So, yeah, Kansas City, if don't nobody know, is a very racist area. And then before Trump, because Trump put a lot of batteries in people's backs to be overt with their racism. But before Trump, they was very passive aggressive with their racism, especially in the suburbs. I know I dealt with it because I went to a middle school and high school in one of the suburbs here, and I dealt with it in school. It's funny because like a few months ago, I went out to eat with my mom, and we got on this conversation, and I guess she didn't know what all I had to deal with. She just knew I hated going to the school, but it was a lot that I had to deal with going to a school that was predominantly white. But it is what it is at this point. But yeah, I mean, but post Trump, they're very overt with their racism. They don't give a damn about anybody that's offended. It just is what it is, and we just supposed to just deal with it. Excuse me. But what are your thoughts on the situation?
My thoughts is basically I don't think they ever was in a closet on their right. I think in Kansas City, like in the city of Kansas City, yeah, they were kind of passive aggressive before Trump, but like Lee Summit, Raymore, Belton, those motherfuckers been racist. We've been knowing they racist. When Obama was president, I lived in Raymore. I used to go to this diner all the time. I went one time and they was having an NRA meeting, and the lady told me flat out, "Hey, you probably don't want to be here right now." It's like these motherfuckers over here really, really gonna be that kind with you.
Yeah.
So I know what I'm saying. Racism been a factor around these parts.
Mm-hmm.
For them to even act like this is anything less than racism it's a tragedy, travesty, excuse me, because like why play like that? I call the least known, I call the work number and let you know to cancel this motherfucker. I don't call you directly. Then I tell you I don't feel comfortable, but I can't tell you why I don't feel comfortable. Like, come on, man. You know what it is. It was they booked this fucking spot for these people, and then somebody told them, "Oh, that such and such and such and such." They looked it up, seen these two little black boys being quote unquote YouTube stars, and they said, "Hell no, we ain't gonna have all these niggas up here."
Basically, that's what I was saying last night. I was just like, somebody put it online, and they got word. They probably saw a flyer and was like, "Fuck that." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we just signed up for that.
Right.
And then for them to say that they don't represent the park, that means we don't want your kind here.
Yeah. Right, because what is it about these people that doesn't represent the park? Like, it's people that's going to play in the water. What about that doesn't represent the park?
It gives me them vibes of I don't know if you've seen that old picture, but it's an old picture about seeing black people in the pool and they looking frustrated and trying to like hurry up and get out of it. In the background, you see an old man pouring chlorine in the motherfucking pool. Like he's pouring more chlorine than he's supposed to. They irritate the fuck out these niggas so they can get the fuck out of his pool.
I never.
I don't know if you ever seen this picture, but this the vibes it gives me.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, what is giving as well is that before, when we had segregated pools, sometimes there was pools that it just was whites. It wasn't like no other pool that was there or whatever. And so, yeah, I know it's like a stereotype and a running joke that black people can't swim. But the reason why that stereotype came into effect was because back in the day there was a lot of pools that were just strictly whites only, and
Right.
black people swim. So where was they going to swim to learn how to swim? You know. And then remember, I don't know if you ever saw Introducing Dorothy Dandridge, that movie that came out probably like in the late 90s.
Mm-hmm.
That Halle Berry starred in as Dorothy Dandridge. Well, there was a scene. There was a scene of her being at a hotel, and she dipped her toe in the pool. And as soon as she dipped her toe in the pool, a whole bunch of white people started getting out the pool because they were pissed off that this black woman just dipped her toe in the pool. And she did that to piss them off because, you know, they were being, they were going by the Jim Crow laws, you know. And so then that night, it kind of backfired because that night what they did was they drained the pool and had the black workers cleaning the pool, scrubbing the pool. So it kind of backfired what she did, you know. But they did that because, you know, they racist and they were going off of the Jim Crow laws, and they were thinking that this whole pool was now tainted because this black woman dipped her toe in the pool.
Man.
You know.
Even speaking of that, it reminds me of you know, we had a water park in the 70s, like I think 60s and 70s here. And they that motherfucker was segregated. Like I think it was only one day blacks can go.
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember there was like,
and that dude, they talk about that dude being a blatant racist, period.
Yeah. Yeah. And there was a pool that they had like it was like in the early 1900s that I used to be in this group that talked about Kansas City history, and they posted a picture about this pool. I can't think of the name of the pool to save my life, but it was like where it was like in the city. It was in the city somewhere, but I mean the picture.
Yeah, I think I want to say it was. I know exactly what you're talking about because it was damn near up my way. It was like in the I want to say the 70s or the 80s.
Yeah. And it had something like the name of it had something to do with electricity. But I can't remember the name of it. But I had to get out of the group because they kept like, I get that it's like a group talking about Kansas City history and whatnot, but they kept sharing stuff that was triggering because it may be the Kansas City history, but y'all not looking at the full history because they was sharing J.C. Nichols stuff, which we know he was a flat out racist. And then they shared. And it was just they making it seem like it was just such a great time and it's like it's not necessarily a great time for everyone. You know, there's a reason why when you show this picture of this water park, there's nothing but white people in it. You know, so and
Shit,
you know,
we failed to realize at one point the landing wasn't for us.
The what?
When the landing wasn't for us.
Right. Hell, was Swope Park waiting for us?
Yeah. Listen, I seen old pictures of the landing mall. Nigga, when the niggas start coming, that shit went that like I didn't even know they had all the bullshit today. You know, by the time I start going to the landing mall, half of the other side didn't even work anymore. It was just the one fucking landing strip.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even know it was an outside mall till somebody told me. Like, yeah. So
man, they had man, that shit was popping. That shit, I seen those pictures. I was like, the landing was the shit.
Yeah, it was at one point.
Then they started letting niggas come, and they was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Fuck, we don't give a fuck about renewing nothing, picking nothing, we ain't doing shit. We all the little shit, we taking all the good shit down. Half these buildings we ain't even gonna occupy.
Right.
And we gonna make whoever own. You said what?
They didn't even care about having the air on at one point.
No.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah. They that's a whole nother topic.
The landing was shit. I used to think the landing was cool when I was little, and then I seen those pictures. I realized the landing wasn't shit.
Yeah. 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 But it's just excuse me. It's terrible. It's terrible what happened to these kids. You know, like their birthday is going to be tainted for the rest of their lives. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. And those people don't give a damn. They're not trying to make shit right. They're not trying to have a come to Jesus moment. They're not trying to have nothing. They're trying to let the shit pass. That's what they're trying to do. And the shit is hopefully, because the family is now being represented, hopefully they keep their foot on their necks for some type of resolution. I don't know what the resolution will look like, but you know,
if she was bold enough to kick them out of there, her lawyer's gonna have them in litigation for so long they're gonna settle for a little bit of nothing.
Yeah, you think so?
I think unless like they try to pick it up as a hate crime.
I mean, there's no other reason. There's no other reason. Like nothing happened to where they would cancel the party. Nothing happened. They didn't even allow shit to happen.
Yeah, just being sued. Yeah, her lawyer can put that shit through litigation forever. But hate crime, if they push it as a hate crime, then they might try to hurry up and get the, you know what I'm saying, and get this shit over with.
Yeah, they might try to settle before it even goes that far, you know. But that shit was trash. That shit was straight trash. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, hopefully they keep their foots on their necks and bring awareness, you know, to how racist this area is. Because I remember a few years ago, I was talking to a friend that I have down in Texas, and I had to tell her, like, you know, people forget that Missouri was a slave state.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And even though we're Midwest, it was a slave state nonetheless. And this racist shit still happens here to this day. You know, now I remember when I lived in Atlanta, the reason why I say it was passive aggressive here was because when I lived in Atlanta, I saw it blatant, overt, you know. Like back then it would be like you had to question and be like, okay, am I feeling this way because this is legit? Because compared to the shit that was happening to me down there, it was like, okay, this is like there's no question about it. But yeah, this shit now, especially post-Trump, this shit now, like folks don't give a damn, you know. They wear it like a badge of honor. So yeah. But yeah, so that's what's going on in local news that went viral. You know. Do you have
City news, everybody. City news.
Right. So, so yeah, so that's what's going on here. So let's see. Next up. Okay,
We
so we
bringing out
have.
our special guest.
Do you want to go there, or do you want to go to that the question, the what will you do question?
No, we bring out our special guest.
Okay. So now we get to talk to our special guest, Jasmine, because Lily doesn't watch P Valley.
I will not. I refuse to watch P Valley.
Yeah.
For my own personal reasons, y'all. You know, I just don't feel like I want to see a man sex scene. When I say that, I always try to clarify when I say that because I don't want to offend nobody. I just don't want to see it. I'm not saying it ain't entertainment. I ain't saying that, know what I'm saying, people don't do, know what I'm saying, watch it. I just don't. I don't want to see nobody pull a dick out that's longer than the ride over here for another nigga. I just don't. I'm not comfortable with that yet in my life. But like you said, Lindsay, we do have a special guest. She is the beautiful, the phenomenal Jasmine. If y'all don't know who Jasmine is, I'll let y'all know. Jasmine is my side piece. I've been with her for. I'm just lying. Jasmine is my girlfriend. She's like the coolest person in the world. She knows about your chakras. She reads tarot cards, and she loves P Valley. And she's gonna do this wrap up with Lindsay because I cannot. So, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Jasmine motherfucking Jones.
Hey, welcome back to the show. It's been a while.
Thank you. It has.
Yeah. Okay. So, excuse me for eating. My food ball.
This light is terrible.
Yeah, it looks like I set in the mood up there.
Ooh.
So
that's good enough. Look white.
So yes, season 2 finale is coming out this weekend. So
it's a finale already?
Yeah, it's a finale. Unfortunately. Anybody doesn't know, P Valley is a show that's on Stars. They're in season 2. So the season 2 finale is coming out tomorrow. So with all that's been going on, what are the highlights for you for season 2?
The highlights would be Roulette, seeing where she got her name from. I like that part. And then I guess we're seeing how everything unfolds. Them trying to find that balance with like wanting to sell the club and then not want to sell it. What about you?
I think Roulette is a good addition. Yeah, she's definitely a good addition. I do like that we went more in depth with the character development with Mercedes and with Mississippi, and also with Lil Murder.
Yeah, I like Lil Murder. Lil Homicide, I like him.
Yeah, I definitely like him, Lil Homicide. Yeah, I definitely like Little Murder. What was a low light for you?
When I don't know. I mean, they kind of hinted to it, but Uncle Clifford's grandma passed, and I think that would be low. If that, like, they were hinting at, her passing, but they didn't confirm it. So if that's confirmed, I would say that's low. And then watching Mississippi go up and down with her relationship with her husband. I know a lot of people gave her shit about like her dating the white guy and stuff, that he's white, but like just her going up and down with it. And I think it's showing it like in a true light, like how hard it is to get out of a relationship like that. Because I would say too, in the past, I've said to people or I have thought like, why don't they just get out the relationship? Why don't you get out? And I think they showed a good portrayal of what it is like how hard it is to get out of an abusive relationship.
Yeah, especially with as much history as they have, I feel like that was a great idea to go ahead and give the backstory of their relationship, because just seeing the little pieces that we saw, you didn't necessarily understand why she won't leave,
Yeah.
So I think that was a good thing. I'm glad that they went on ahead and did that. So yeah, I am thinking like a low light. Well, yeah, if she does pass away, that would be a low light. But I do like the fact that they are incorporating the virus with the storyline, because
I like that too.
Yeah, because in real life, that's the reason why the season 2 is 2 years later, because the virus stopped production. So,
that's like the reopening.
Yeah.
Like that. I think it was definitely a low, but when his name's not coming to mind, but when Lil Murder's friend, when he committed suicide in the car, like I didn't see that coming. Like I didn't think he was going to do it, but I think that was a low. But again, they do such a good job of storytelling, like showing like his pain and like leading up to it. Like, oh, okay, well I see where he gets this hurt from, but I didn't think he was going to go through with it.
So nigga, like Temptation Forever and busting shit open in the car.
Yeah. Now I don't know why he would love this show. I don't know why he acted like that. He's seen Game of Thrones. There's more dicks in Game of Thrones than there is in P Valley.
And the thing with P Valley is that even though the premise of it is set in a strip club, a female strip club, I do like the fact that P Valley goes there with the men, because you don't normally see full frontal nudity, and and they do that on this show. So I appreciate the fact that they go there, that they press that envelope, and then on top of that, they do show all types of sex in this show, but people are all up in arms over the gay sex, and
I know.
Excuse me, and they show.
Ready to watch it.
It's not like, but this is the thing, because it's not like that's all it is. It's just gay sex. Like season 2 had 3 scenes?
I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Listen, the only gay sex scene I've seen ever in life was Brokeback Mountain, and I seen this nigga spit on his hand and then ram his dick in that man's ass, and I just ain't never been. I've never wanted to ever see no shit like that again.
Let's just walk away.
I'm just gonna keep it 100 with
you. Just close your eyes.
Yeah.
Close your eyes.
There's more to the show than like said, gay sex.
Yeah, there is a whole lot more to the show than just gay sex. You know,
I will say they show gay sex more graphically. And also, when I say graphically, I say it will be more shocking to other people. But I think it's done more like in a, I don't know. I think it's done in like, again, in like a really nicely done way. Like if that's your preference, I feel like it's done in a nice way. Like, I mean, gay sex isn't my thing, but I'll sit back and watch like, oh, okay, they did a good job. It's not as like raunchy as you think it is. Like, here, come here, nigga. Like, let me punch you in your throat. Like, it's not like that. It's really like these scenes are very passionate, and they show a backstory to it, so that there's a story leading up to it. So I like how they do it. I like it.
Right. And then you notice not one person complains about the lesbian sex. You know what I'm saying?
No. Mercedes up in there, the Mercedes experience, not one complaint. Not one.
Right. And if we want to be for real, that was prostitution.
Escort at its finest.
Yes.
Escorting at its finest. Yes.
Nobody has a problem with that. Like they have a problem with and you're right. Like they're more passionate. It's like they're making love. They're not just fucking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but you know, as far as we have come, we're not where we need to be.
Agreed.
Because like the way that they had so much backlash from that scene with Little and Big T, that was ridiculous. And it was so many men like, I'm done. And it's like, y'all know that they had a gay sex scene in season 1, right? And then it's like,
I think this season kind of hurt their feelings a little bit more because it was too hard, niggas. Like, I think men can like find a balance when it's like, oh yeah, of course this one's gonna want to take dick, and like maybe he seduced him and want to take dick. But like when it's two alpha males, fucking mind's blown when it comes to men. Like, what the fuck is this?
Right. I think you're right about that. That was because they like 1, 2, 3. That's enough.
Not all men.
Have you seen the show? Have you seen the show?
I haven't seen the show.
Then you can't talk.
But to be fair, hold on. No, don't shush me on this. To be fair, I didn't watch P-Valley before I knew about any of the gay shit.
That's the thing we're talking about right now is the gay shit.
Okay, so what made you not watch it before you knew about the gay shit?
I just didn't watch because I figured it was P-Valley. I was like, okay, so it's one of those women empowerment shows that you know they come from a certain place, but you know they're going places and they're doing it like Claws. I put it in the category of Claws, and I was just like, well, I don't want to see that shit. Because, I mean, I just didn't like Claws, so I put it in that category. Like, I'm not going to watch P-Valley.
Okay.
I don't know.
And I didn't watch Claws.
Every time I watch it, and then it'll be like a scene. He'll be like, what you watching? I'm like, P-Valley. His ass is like 3 separate times I've watched the episode. So I don't know why he don't sit down and watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like
join the movie.
I won't. But
you know, I've turned a couple of people on to P-Valley. Watched it with them, and they were actually enjoyed it. I did try to get my mom to watch it back when season 1 was airing. That was a fail. She watched it with me, but she wasn't gonna continue.
I agree. My mom's more of like I would say prude. She's more of a prude. She's like, oh no, like not prude, but like she thinks ratchet. I don't know. She thinks of stuff like that's ratchet. I'm like, it's not ratchet. But my dad loves it.
Your mama grew up watching the women of Brewster's Place. She's not gonna watch the women of P-Valley.
Man, that stuff is great. She don't know what she's missing out on.
Yeah.
She don't know what she's missing out on.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's well written. I think it's well acted. You know, but
it could be a great show. They said Empire was a great show. I never watched the episode of Empire.
I do think they did.
Empire was good in the beginning. Season 1 was awesome. Season 2 was straight trash. But I continued. A lot of people stopped watching season 2, but I continued. Season 3 brought it back and was really good. But a lot of people don't know that because they stopped watching season 2.
My brother liked Empire. He thought Empire was the shit. He used to try to tell me to watch it all the time. I'm like, nah, I ain't watching that shit.
Yeah, I watched it. I enjoyed it. Yeah. Jesse is the reason why that shit went downhill.
Yeah.
With outside of the show antics. But yeah, that's another conversation for another day. But
maybe I'm just biased over black shows because I really never watched Power either. I watched an episode here and there, but I've never got through Power. The only black show that I could say that I truly watched like that, like faithfully, was The Wire.
The Wire. And honestly, I have not seen one episode of The Wire. And literally everybody tells me how great of a show that is. And I said I was going to sit down.
I've never seen an episode either.
Yeah. I said I was
mainly men.
It's a good show. And not, you know what? I'm going to take a lot back of what I said because you know what? It was a show that I watched on Showtime that was full of alpha male gay sex. But I watched the shit out of it. It was a series called Oz about the prison system.
That was on HBO.
Yeah, I was about to Showtime HBO, one of them. Mm-hmm. I watched the shit out of Oz.
So if you can do Oz, if you can do Oz, then why are you so apprehensive about watching P-Valley? Because P-Valley don't have nearly as much gay sex as it did in Oz.
I don't know because I haven't watched it, but I could say this, and maybe that's just me. I ain't saying this is all man, but maybe this is me as a man. I watched Oz and I liked Oz. I thought Oz was a dope show. I think I'm not used to watching I guess like passionate gay male sex. I'm not used to watching it like because in Oz niggas was taking it. It was some niggas that wanted to get butt fucked, but it was aggressive. And it was based off a story. And because I already wanted to watch that show, I was willing to go through that. I already was turned off about watching P-Valley. So like I was like, oh well, I'm not gonna watch it.
I mean, like you said, you was invited and you turned on the invite, so I mean,
yeah, I can see why logically that would make sense in your head because like aggressive is like somebody taking it, mama said like my ass type shit. Like I get that. And you can
it was almost like it still was an action scene. It was like, I don't know. Because you did watch a lot of niggas get their ass taken on.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was like it was the plot and the basis and like I wanted to watch Oz because I wanted to watch like motherfuckers in prison. I don't know why. Because prison scared the shit out of me. But as a kid, I wanted to watch this shit.
Well, you just sit down and watch P-Valley, babe. I don't know. Watch P-Valley. Yeah. It's great. It has a good message behind it. I do like how they incorporate voodoo in it and making it not as like scary as other movies and as society makes it seem to be. Like I really like how they incorporate that in there too. Like Diamond. Diamond. Up.
Well, voodoo is religion. Like I don't know why they portray it in movies like it's a black art.
Well, I've known Diamond ever since the Have and Have Nots when he was Benny. So when I saw that,
I know Diamond.
Yeah, because he played Benny. Yeah. Now he does look different as Diamond than he did as Benny. So shout out to him and his acting skills. Yeah, because the character Benny was somebody who thought that they was hard, but they wasn't really like. But he didn't walk with that confidence like he does, like Diamond does. Diamond, his whole aura, his presence, is his confidence is on 10. It's on 10.
Yes.
Like Benny, once he came into like a little bit of a issue, he did stupid shit. And he was, and although he was fine, he was annoying because he would stupid stuff, and it was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? He would make sometimes he would make worse, like So
I'm pretending like I didn't see that. Okay.
Right. And then on top of that, the actor Tyler Letley, he's also in the show with Megan Good called Harlem, that's on Amazon Prime, and he looked good in a mug on that show too. So
okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, but he's at his best. He's at his best as Diamond. You know, and it sucks that he's not on the show as much this season as he was season 1. I'm just gonna chop that up to him being booked and busy in real life. So
I know they were saying I can't remember a girl's name in the show, but the girl with pink hair, that's his real girlfriend in real life.
Yes, and she's pregnant, and if she ain't already had the baby, I don't think she's had the baby.
They're gonna make such a cute baby. Oh my god, they both are so gorgeous.
Yeah, that's Big Bone on the show. The DJ.
Big Bone. Okay, I like her.
Yeah, I forgot.
I wonder what she gonna do this next episode with seeing Diamond kissing Mississippi. Like the way I was like, she seemed kind of vengeful, so I want to see what she gonna do.
I don't know, because even though what happened between them was really fucked up from season 1, he can't shake her, because even in their sex, you know what I'm saying, he was picturing Mississippi, you know, and she had so much going on that she wasn't necessarily thinking about him until she saw him, and it seemed like the world just stopped when she saw him. You know what I'm saying? So, even though we don't have no issues with Big Bone, we want Mississippi and Diamond to be together.
Yes.
So,
their situation reminds me. I don't know why. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you can go.
I saw a meme or tweet something like that, like comparing like how it's Pocahontas, how she gonna choose like John Smith over what's his name, like Coco Woman's like the same thing. Like how is she choosing like this white dude over Diamond every time?
Well, that's because we're looking at it from an outsider's viewpoint, because it seems like Diamond, you know, is everything better with him than Derek. However, Derek has her heart. They've been with each other since high school. She took his virginity. You know what I'm saying? Right. He gave up his life as he knew it for her. And so, even though he's fucked up, you kind of empathize with him, because he's a product of his situation. You know, he was beaten.
I didn't empathize with him after a while.
Well, I feel like that episode, but I feel like that episode where the episode that told their story, what you get in the background. I mean, like, yes, we don't like him, but you kind of empathize because he's a product of his environment. You know what I'm saying? And then what all he sacrificed, you know what I'm saying? Instead of going with the status quo, he went against the grain to be with her, you know? So, and then on top of that, this is how he was brought up. He was brought up in violence. You know what I'm saying? Even though his family was a prominent family and they were well off, his father, like if he did anything, his father would beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? So this is what he knows. Now, at a certain point, you know that it's wrong. You become an adult, you know what I'm saying? But he doesn't know necessarily how to fix the wrong, and that's the part.
That's why I didn't necessarily I didn't empathize. Like, I'm happy they showed his backstory, but no, Derek still Derek still is shady and nope, slimy, no, fuck Derek, no, nuh-uh.
No, I'm with you.
He's done way too much.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, it's still fuck him, you know what I'm saying? But in the same breath, it's like I see why she is so very apprehensive on leaving him. Because when you get
two things can be right at the same time. Like, Diamond is like what I'm sure what she was Derek was, but at the same time, no, Derek still piece of shit. Like in the beginning, yeah, I can see her being like whisking her off her feet and like being her white knight, and like I get that. But for where it turns into a control thing, where he was starting to control everything she does and then start beating the shit out of her like he does, no. Nah.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. I mean, it's still fuck Derek. It's just I understand more. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I definitely understand more. And it makes more sense with the context. It makes more sense why she's so very apprehensive about leaving him. You know,
them two kids.
It's the two kids. They've been together since high school. He gave up everything. You know what I'm saying? Like he was supposed to go to Ole Miss. You know what I'm saying? His family was pretty well off. Like his family don't really fool with him, and when they do, they fool with just him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then on top of that, he's probably having an issue with finding a job because this is a small town, and his family is probably telling people don't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot that's involved with that.
What's I can't think of the girl's name. The girl, what's her name? Light-skinned girl who's trying to sell the club. Why can't I think of her name?
Oh, because she got like 1,000,001 names.
Yeah.
Haley, Lakeisha.
Yeah. I do like how she told her story to Mississippi. I like how she told her story to her.
Yes. I like that. Now, that's one of the things that I'm kind of over. And I've watched other people's reviews about it, and they're kind of over it as well.
Oh, her story?
Her storyline.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I do agree with you on that. There's no character development with her. I do agree with you on that one. It's the same.
Yeah, like we kind of we kind of reached the end in the finale season 1. So it's like, what more do we need to know about her story? You know what I'm saying? Now,
I didn't even think that. Yeah.
And I'm kind of over the whole casino election.
Yeah.
Combo. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, he was gonna like win now because I didn't expect I can't think of her name either, but Mercedes' mom, I didn't expect her to stay in the race after they gave her that money.
Right, Pastor Woodbine. I didn't expect her to yeah. I do think that they're gonna need a whole lot more money to get her out.
Mm-hmm. So I do see that. Yeah,
because $10,000 that ain't doing nothing. That's not enough to her. Which, as we can tell, now I thought that part when they did the early vote, that part was silly to me. Having this pastor strip. Well, she didn't strip, but she danced.
She was on the pole, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was silly as hell.
Yeah, I thought that was reaching. I'm like, do they really do this in New Orleans? Like, do they really do that anywhere? Like, I felt that. Yeah, I agree. That was doing too much.
Yeah, but I like the fact that she had the money guns and she was shooting that money out. Now that was cute, but the whole dancing, nah.
No. No. And then who someone said that like, oh, see where Mercedes get her moves from? No. Just sit down. No.
Right.
That is not it.
Not at all. Not at all. So what do you think is going to happen with the finale?
Ooh. What I hope doesn't happen is another murder night. I don't want that to happen again. I don't know, something like the night to be successful. That way they can stop having this reopen. And then I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that Haley will back off from closing the club. And I'm hoping that they don't confirm about Uncle Clifford's grandma dying. Like, I don't know. I really liked her. And I hope they don't kill my girl off.
Right. I hope
it's looking that way. It's kind of looking that way.
Yeah, it's definitely looking that way. I do hope that Grandma Ernestine pulls through.
Yeah.
I don't know who's gonna win the election at all. I have no idea.
No.
I think that I think the money that Uncle Clifford got from Colton from beating his ass. That's the same amount of money. Yeah, that was a mess.
That scene there.
Money
that scene, I can see him closing his eye for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And they didn't really show that. They showed it in season 1, but they didn't really show that this time.
Yeah.
But that's the same amount of money that Haley paid for the pink. So I can see Uncle Clifford trying to buy Haley out because remember, she turned down the $5 million because she's trying to hold out for the 10, but now it's up to whether it passes election. So she's like kind of gambling, on that, because if it passes on election, then if it passes on election, then that's not a good thing for her. Or no, that's a good thing for
her. If old dude wins.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't win because I don't like him. But other than that, yeah, I don't like him.
Yeah. The dude running.
When his wife popped up and they keep finding each other, cheating on each other.
Yeah, like that. I'm so tired of that whole storyline. Like, I'm so over it. So, like you just so happen to have a piece of property to make yourself a resident here to run. Now all of a sudden, when you live in Atlanta, okay. So,
yeah, I don't like how I think it was like the next episode, the wife, or was it that episode that just came on? The wife was saying like, "This is what I find you doing," and like he's getting mad at her all over again. But wasn't he cheating with Haley during their marriage?
Yeah, he cheated. He cheated season 1 with Haley.
Right. Then found his wife cheating. Sucking, like going to town on that fucking. Oh my gosh, she's going down that fucking dick. And then she finds him. And then now he's acting like the victim, like, yeah, you deserve this. No, you deserve watching your wife she was going to town on that. You deserve that, sir. No.
Yeah. But so that's how that goes, though. You know what I'm saying? It's not who's doing it, but who gets caught first. And the other person gets to play. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He's victim.
That's exactly what he's doing.
Right. Low-key, he's been wanting Haley since season 1. So
yes.
And then I also feel that Haley's pregnant.
I do too. Oh, I forgot about that. Yes, because what's her name? Angel was talking about something about twins. I'm like, ooh, she got twins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I do feel like she's pregnant. Yep.
Yeah, because they emphasize using condoms on the show. They make it a point. And the fact that they did not use it, I feel like they emphasized the fact that it was not used. So, yeah.
I didn't even catch that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you hoping for the next season or the season finale? What are you hoping for?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know
if Haley's pregnant.
I'm tired. I'm tired of her. Whatever the case, I'm tired. I'm tired of them. Like, they can go off into the sunset. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not invested in that storyline at all. I hope that if I'm gonna hope for anything, I'm gonna hope that Mississippi does successfully get away.
Yes.
Even though her getting away means that she's not gonna be on season 3.
Yeah.
So
yeah, maybe show maybe little glimpses of her, cute little glimpse. Yeah, I do agree with you on that one. I do hope she gets away.
Yeah, but the part that sucks is that if Haley is pregnant, that means that she will be there season 3. Because remember, she's supposed to be leaving too.
Yep. I was thinking that too. I was like, yep, she's gonna stay if she ends up pregnant.
Right. And I would much rather.
A lot of changes.
Yeah, I would much rather Haley leave and Mississippi stay, but
I agree with you on that one.
Yeah, but
I agree with you on that.
As far as her, excuse me, I want her to get away. I want her to get away from here.
And I want to see where Mercedes' relationship with her daughter still goes, because I will say that relationship hurt my feelings. Even watching her daughter walk away from her, that hurt my feelings. I'm like, damn. So I'm kind of I want to see where their relationship goes.
That's a sad situation. Because if we just want to be real about that whole situation, Mercedes was taken advantage of by more than one person, not just her baby daddy. She was taken advantage of by her mama.
Big time.
Yeah. So they're lucky that Mercedes just ended up with the one kid. You know what I'm saying? She's not a fucked up mentally individual.
Yeah, and I bet you that's why her mom hates her, because she's not.
She's probably jealous of her,
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because Mercedes is in a better off situation at her age than Pastor Wilbon was at Mercedes' age. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And she thinks she's so holier than now because now she's in the church, but you're still a fucked up individual at the end of the day. Your core is fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Oh my God. I remember when she took that money from Mercedes the first season. Oh my God. I never wanted to go through the screen so fast.
Man.
Oh, that was so raw. Yeah.
She lays that guilt trip real good. She's real good.
She's good. Yeah, she's good. I think if anything, I can see her winning the election.
I can see her winning.
Yeah, I can see her winning.
Yeah, because some people that are morally fucked up have the gift of gab.
And she has that.
She has that. And
she's very lucky.
Yeah. She uses it to her advantage or whatever. But I remember on season 1, because I turned my friend onto it a couple weeks ago, and I rewatched the series when he was watching it, and I remember that scene when she practically stole the money from Mercedes to open up that church, and they had that fight. I was like, I don't see nothing that Mercedes did that was incorrect.
Same.
And you can love your mama down. You can 100% believe that you are not supposed to put your hands on your mama, but that right there,
that there,
I don't see that going no other way. That's the rule. Like I don't care.
Exactly.
You know like I got it to you, mama or not.
Yes. She worked hard for that money, and she knew. She's like, okay, I'm about to go. I'm about to ride off to the sunset. And her mama took her sunset. Oh no. Mm-mm.
Yes. And it was just like OMG. Like I
cannot. Those are fighting words. Yeah, she definitely, yeah. It was definitely conflicted. I agree with like you're saying, like you, especially I would say being Black girls, like, no, you're not supposed to like even talk back to your mom. So let alone we watching. So let alone watching, we watching like a daughter and a mom fight. Like it's crazy, but at the end of the day, yes, no, that fight definitely deserved to go on. No.
Oh yeah, there was no way you can get around it. There was no way.
I will put hands on my mama for that. Yeah, no way.
Because I
love you, mama, but no way.
Right. But at the end of the day, you do not wish me well. Like you're blaming this whole guilt trip on me for being a stripper, even though you're using the money to your advantage in the church that you're already in. And then on top of that, I'm trying to make life better for me. Eventually, my daughter, you know what I'm saying? Get out of this world that you're scolding me for being in the first place. And you take it from and not only do you take the money from me, but you take the place that I was going to purchase the money or going to purchase with the money from me for your own personal, situation, because you're fed up in your situation at your church, which I can understand because there was some sexist shit that was going on in her church, but you went about it the wrong way. Nothing of this was right. There was nothing of this that was of God. Like that's one of the commandments: "Thou shalt not steal." And you stole to get this church. No, I gotta cut you. That's the rule.
Now that you said it out like that, I think again that's why I just love P Valley, because if I don't know, you really have to do, to me it'd be like a deep thinker too, just seeing that balance, like what you said, like the stripper who like society deems as like the sinner versus like the mom who goes to church and supposed to be this godly person is actually the sinner, stuff like that. Like that's why I love P Valley. Like it's just has such good storylines like that. Like
it's multi-layered.
Still ain't supposed to hit your mama.
He hasn't watched it yet, so he can't.
You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. You are absolutely correct. You are not supposed to hit your mother. However,
but when the alignment, however, go ahead. No, go ahead. Right. However,
you're not supposed to steal from your daughter. So
that there.
Yeah, that's not supposed to happen.
No, none of that. No.
You're right. So,
well, sir, are you ready to hop back in?
You're with a crackhead. The shit gonna happen.
Huh?
My uncle sold a bunch of shit from his kids. We didn't want to put our hands on our uncle.
Oh no. All right, so are you ready to jump back into your show?
Yeah, I can jump back in.
All right, we're introducing your vulgar co-host. Yes, Troy.
Not the vulgar co-host. The vulgar co-host, huh? Well, fuck it then. What's poppin'?
Well, we want to thank Jasmine for coming on to discuss P Valley. Yeah.
Yes, so, thank you, Jasmine.
Thank you guys. That was fun.
Yeah. So we'll have to come back and discuss the finale next week.
Yeah.
Look, she's all for
it. Right. So now we have the fucked up song of the week, which is brought to you by The Weeknd. It is his song called 28, which was on his mixtape from years ago. This is an old Weeknd song. Weeknd song. Do you want to read it?
Let's see.
I'll text it to you.
Let me turn on my messages.
I'm so wrong. I'm so wrong. To let you in my home. Now you know where I sleep.
Hey, let's sidebar before I get into this song.
Okay.
I want people to recognize that like 8 years ago when the weekend came out, he didn't come out 8 years ago, but I'm saying when this song came out, this nigga had damn near the most identical Michael Jackson vocals I've ever. I think that's why I really liked him, because he was trap Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Like, I like the weekend, and he reminded me so much of Michael.
Yeah, he mimicked him a lot back in his early days, and he also on one of the mixtapes he redid Dirty Diana.
He did, and that shit was a banger.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah. I like early Weekend. You know, Weekend, I mean, he still is for the most part, but he was on that list of people that you listen to when you're depressed.
Yeah.
Because he made some very great depressing music.
Yeah, when he first came out, he was, for me, he was super dope music. Like it was dope. Because he was on dope.
Yeah, that too. And then it was different. Yeah, I mean he's cool now too, but his early shit was dope.
Yeah, it was fire.
Yeah.
But let's get to this song.
Okay.
The title was 28 by Michael Jackson Jr., aka The Weeknd. Okay, I'll just use the regular old white guy voice for this. So let's pull this back up. My screen then went black, so let me pull it back up. All right, so 28 by The Weeknd. First one. This house is not a home to you, but you decide to go ahead and lay down. Now, there are no words to describe the depth of your indifference, because I see you're here to stay. Should have known to pick my fate. Oh no. The chorus, I'm so wrong, in parenthesis, to let you in my home. Now you know where I sleep. Never felt so damn weak. My golly. Verse 2. Hey there, lonely girl. Did you have to tell your friends about the way I got you screaming my name? I wish that could happen. Did you have to tell the world? Now your girls all want to That's a bad word. Okay, screw it. Now your girls all want to fuck. Girl, you could have been the one. Gotta change my number twice a month when you could have simply kept it on the down low. The chorus again. I'm so wrong. I'm so wrong to let you in my home. Now you know where I sleep. Now you know where I sleep. I've never felt so damn weak. So damn weak. Like that last time I was in that crazy place with all those colored folks. Verse 3. Baby, if I knew you'd be living in my sheets, I wouldn't have shown you any love. I would have left you in the club. You said you don't belong. You keep saying there's no one and there's nowhere to go. But who keeps calling your phone? I'm so wrong. I'm so wrong. I am so wrong. Chorus again. I'm so wrong. I'm so wrong to let you in my home. Now you know where I sleep. Now you know where I sleep. Never felt so damn weak to let you in my home. Now you know where I sleep. Now you know where I sleep. I've never felt so damn weak. 28 by Michael Jackson Jr., aka The Weeknd.
All right.
Any thoughts?
Now I know when I initially heard this song and used to play it often, I initially thought the song was just talking about somebody that he smashed that became obsessed, and now he's regretting even messing with her. But reading the meaning behind the song, it's kind of like a metaphor because he's a very like closed off private person. At least he was back then. He kind of still is now, but he is saying this like he feels weak and vulnerable in front of his fans now that he's opened up. So I can kind of see it being that way too. So and I can see that being a problem as well because you're so used to being a private person, but this day and age, like fans have to know everything about you. Yeah. And when you try to open up, especially when you're not that type of person, when you try to be that way, I can see you feeling some type of way about that. But what are your thoughts behind it?
I'm in 100% agreements. Like when I heard the song, like I told you, it could be a bunch of things. Like if you're just going on the surface, it'll be like, you know, he put himself in a trick bag, and you know, he's with somebody that he doesn't want to be with. Like he's in a bad situation. But if you look at it through what he's saying, you know, he could be talking about, you know, like you said, opening up and being around the media and you know, being overcome by that. Further listening to it, like I told you, and then watching the video, I feel like that was his personal demon. Like he was singing to his personal demon. His personal demon, you know, we don't never know what people are fighting. And I feel like what he was fighting was he let that in, and he didn't know how to, you know, now it's stuck with him. Like,
right.
And maybe it is his chase for fame or his chase to be somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because watching the video, that's what it took me to.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like excuse me. Dealing with fame, there's pros and cons. And for him that was a con. You know, because life as you know it has changed.
Yeah.
And he's fighting with that. Like you want to share your talent, but you don't want to share everything.
Yeah. And now he's
You know?
just forced to.
Right. So yeah, like I used to play this song a lot. It's just like the audio of it is just dope, you know. And did you know this song?
When you let me listen to it, I was like, damn, I used to did bump the shit out of this.
Yeah.
But like when I was bumping it, I was looking at it on a surface level. And now, like looking at it for the fucked up song of the week, I'm like, damn, this motherfucker really was a powerful ass song that had a lot of meaning to it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah, because I mean it's living with the regret of something. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to get somewhere, but you don't want everything that comes along with it. So like if we're looking at it on the surface level, and just taking the words that are in the song at face value, you want to fuck this chick, but you don't want what comes with fucking this chick.
Right.
Man. So yeah. And it's just too much.
Yeah, it's very deep. It's a better song than I thought it was. It was always a good song, but like even digging in it, it's a better song than I thought it was. And it's a real fucked up song because it can be translated in so many different ways that people can relate to on a downward spiral.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah. You know, I was tempted to play it because it's a mixtape song, but then I also know that they did put it on iTunes. They put it in the trilogy. And so that was like 3 of his mixtapes put together, and they put that on iTunes. So I was just like, you know what? Not even gonna try. But I will encourage anyone who's listening to go listen to the song because it is a really cool song. And like we said, we love the Weeknd's early stuff. And this is one of his
I'm not even if you're a fan of the Weeknd for his new stuff, and even that last album he did really was amazing. Not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
But if you're a fan of that and you never heard his old shit, you need to check his old shit out. Like, cause this nigga's phenomenal.
Yeah. And I just remember, like, I think the first time I heard him was on Crew Love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I had a friend that just like went to YouTube one day and just started pulling up all his stuff back then. So yeah, I've been an early Weeknd fan. I bought the first album. Like a lot of people think that was that Madness album. What was the name of that album? A lot of people think that's his first album, and that's not his first album. Was it The Man in the Madness, or I forgot? Let me pull it up. Beauty Behind the Madness. A lot of people think that's his first album, and it's not. Kissland is his first album, and I did buy that.
Yeah.
So yeah. And Kissland is pretty much old school The Weeknd. So he didn't really start changing until he did Beauty Behind the Madness. Or not even necessarily Beauty Behind the Madness, but when he did that song Worth It for 50 Shades.
Yeah.
I think that was the turn. But yeah. But yeah, so
he was addict approved. I was, you know, I'm not pulling no punches, just being totally 100. Like, I was an addict back then, and he was addict approved. Like, listen, it was some lyrics I totally related to.
Like what in particular?
I'm not even gonna incriminate myself like that. But like, yeah, like he was. I fucked with the Weeknd tough.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, damn, this motherfucker hard for real. Like, I loved all them crazy ass mixtapes.
Right. I think just because he was harmonizing some shit that you don't really say, especially like in Crew Love. Like, he went hard on that girl in Crew Love. Like, it was like, golly, like, is it that bad? Like, let me pull, just for argument's sake, let's pull it. Let's pull
it. It's that bad.
Yeah. Cause I was like, golly, is it seriously? Let's see. Take your nose off my keyboard. What you bothering me for? It's a room full of niggas. What you following me for? This ain't no fucking sing along. So, girl, what you singing for? It's because we blowing like a C4. Got the whole crew blowing like a C4. It was like, damn, did you really have to go that hard?
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, so that was 28 by The Weeknd. What are Jerry's final thoughts?
I'll keep it light and sweet for Jerry's final thoughts. We have in this episode we went through some foolishness. We went through some woke nigga fuckery, what I'll try to call it, because we seen something that could have started a shitstorm, and then when a lot of things unfolded, you kind of get the big picture of what happened. I think at this point, man, I really want us to start putting our phones down and actually witnessing an event. Actually be a part of it, actually feel it, and know if it can go haywire, or if it, know what I'm saying, or if it can get settled. We as a people were so caught up in a drama moment, almost like a crazy ass vine that's only 7 seconds, but it gives us 7 seconds of bullshit. We so caught up in that we don't, as a people, we don't access the real truth and the value of anything anymore. And I think we need to get back on that. I hate to say put your phones down, because a lot of y'all who are viewing this or even listening to this are doing it from your phone. So I ain't saying knock us down, but I'm saying, like, at one point, put the phone down and actually experience what you're supposed to experience, without trying to make it a social issue or a meme. And as always, take care of yourself and others.
All right. So that was episode 55 of the Ish We Talk. And we will see you guys next time for episode 56. Bye.
Exactly.